Is it just like every single time I talk or something? That's weird. YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming as much as such viewers will experience buffering. That's we live. YouTube is not receiving. Okay, cool. Takes two people. Every single time I talk or something. Wait, what? YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Why can't I hear myself? Experience buffering. We live. YouTube is not receiving. Okay, cool. Takes two people. Hello? Every single time I talk or something. Wait, what? YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain. Can you guys hear that? Why can't I hear myself? Experience buffering. We live. YouTube is not receiving. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. What was I gonna do? What was I gonna play? Overwatch. There we go. Right now, what I was gonna show you guys what was in my inventory, what I was gonna try to buy. It's so cold.
Do anything sexual?
Well, I just went live, but never mind because yeah, I didn't realize this was gonna be 20 gigs. I'll see you guys after a while. Well,
I just had a major deja vu. What the? Let me guess. There's gonna be. Yeah. What the? Just.
Traveling to Nepal.
Keep some images back at pretty people since their way. Or either on the corner. Laughing at base heads trying to sell some broken
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
Alright, I need the monies. I need some monies, fam. It's called. I am trying to go on a trip.
Baptiste here. Hello.
Hiya! Taking off!
Hi there. Grounded. Need healing. Behind you.
Play nice. Oh, my bad. She's the one that started it though. She started shooting.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Women, fam. Women. They are.
Imagination is the essence of discovery. I can't wait to see you all in action. Hi there.
Something else.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
忽如一夜春风来，千树万树梨花开。
Miss Monken. The ghost watches.
I don't know where my
You
character
know
is.
nothing. You know nothing.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Wait, what? Draven in Overwatch?
attack commencing. Capture objective A.
I'm calling the shots.
Hold up. Hold up. Draven in Overwatch. Oh god, I didn't see him. I didn't see him. Yo, that's crazy.
Onward and upward.
Oh god, oh god. Again, fam. I did not see him.
Onward and upward.
I'm dying like every 5 seconds. It's crazy. That's what's dumb. If I rush there, he's gonna be over there.
This will protect us.
Helden sterben nicht.
I forgot I'm playing Classic. So we only have one healer. She's even good at her job.
That's better. Let's coordinate our efforts.
Let's go.
I'm on the objective. Rally to my position. Put it out.
Let's go.
I could use some
My
healing.
teleporter is online.
Have my
I
thanks.
will keep you healed.
Bro, all cause of me. All cause of me. I swear.
Objective A.
Oh my god, you cuck.
Commence attack on objective B.
Not suitable for children, man. Los niños no pueden mirar esto. Alright, hold up. I'll be back. Is it? Okay. Which one's to me? Which one is to me? You?
Re-engaging.
I think I put one. Yep. Okay. Never mind. I was gonna go get my charger, but what's up, player? Boom. She would have been dead.
Pardon me.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Baby Amy.
This will protect us.
She's about to die too.
Onward and upward.
Oh, someone's already Reinhardt. I can't flank.
Form up.
I am. Oh my god. Look at that dunk. Start hiding from me.
Through the miracle of science.
How do you?
My ultimate is ready. My ultimate ability is ready.
How do you? Nice.
Heal up.
Your partner. Get in there.
Oh my god, dude, I thought I pressed the shield. He grappled onto me when I pressed it and I kept spamming it. It wouldn't come out. I went off though. I went off.
Through
I went
the
off. For
miracle
sure.
of science.
For sure. Into the healer.
Science will reveal the truth.
Dude, I hate this crosshair. I hate this crosshair.
60 seconds remaining.
The power of destruction.
Oh.
Enemy gone down. I must reflect upon this.
30 seconds remaining.
Attack now or we are defeated.
I honestly don't care who lose. I know we're gonna do it either way.
Pass into the iris.
10 seconds remaining.
Dude!
Defeat. Play of the game.
Do something.
Double.
Oh, I didn't even vote for myself. That's cool. Oh my. Boom. 0 deaths. Just 8 respawns. Whack. 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 The other one's whack. Whack. Nope. Midori. Isai. Alright, so what I was gonna say is Overwatch. What was it? What is that? Can you notice this? No, fam, where is it? Who did I just say was in it? Bro, I got a notification about it. This one, Draven.
What's up, everybody? This is Master Ian Gamer, and today I'm back with a brand new playable crossover hero concept, Draven. This high-skill DPS hero features a brand new bleeding status effect and a ton of high combo potential, which overall results in a very challenging and unique playstyle. So without further ado, let's jump in and check out Draven's Overwatch kit. Now, as many of you may realize, Draven is actually a champion from League of Legends, but he was converted from the original MOBA format into an FPS Overwatch hero by Zachary Peterson. Zachary reached out to me and showed me all the work he's done on this concept and the playable demo, and gave me permission to share his effect. They take an extra 25% DPS format into an FPS Overwatch hero by Zachary Peterson. Zachary reached out to me and showed me all the work he's done on this concept and the playable demo, and gave me permission to share his work with all of you guys. So I'll have links to his website and social media down in the description, and be sure to check him out after watching this video. Starting off, one important thing to take note of is the new status effect Draven introduces, which is bleeding. Whenever a hero is inflicted with the bleeding status effect, they take an extra 25% of all incoming damage as bleed damage after getting hit. Unlike Zenyatta's Discord Orb, where the extra damage is applied immediately, this extra damage is dealt at a rate of 40 damage per second after initially getting hit, and the status effect overall lasts for 6 seconds. So it's a bit more of a slower application of damage, but can add up and will certainly help to take down bigger targets like tanks. So, getting onto his actual abilities now, first up is his primary fire, Throwing Axe. Draven throws axes at his enemy, dealing damage and even a bit of bleed damage with the last two he throws. Now, there are some important things to note about this ability. For one, the axes are projectiles which fire in an arc, meaning that they'll decrease in altitude the farther they travel. They move at a speed of 75 meters per second and deal 50 damage on a direct hit, and cannot headshot. Draven has an axe clip size of 5, however his reloading is a bit different than what we normally see with most heroes. It's more in line with Doomfist, where he can't manually reload his axes, but rather they reload automatically after a set period of time. After 2 seconds of not firing or running out of axes, all axes will automatically reload regardless of how many you've used. So in this regard, it's even still a bit different from Doomfist, where you don't just reload one at a time, but rather they just all come back after 2 seconds. Additionally, Draven has the passive ability Wicked Blades, which makes the last 2 axes he throws from his clip, which are marked by red on the HUD, to be thrown in much quicker succession and additionally cause 30 bleed damage. Now, this bleed damage isn't the same as the bleeding status effect, which will come into play a little bit later in his kit, as the bleed damage from Wicked Blades is not based on how much damage the target has taken, but rather will always just add an extra 30 bleed damage on top of the 50 from the axes themselves. So overall, his primary fire in and of itself has quite a bit of strategy involved with using it. The limited clip size, the fact that the last 2 axes you throw have bonus attributes, in addition to the inability to manually reload, makes the throwing axe primary fire overall kind of complicated to get the hang of. You of course want to utilize the bonus effects of the last 2 axes, which means you have to really sort of ration how you use them, as reloading in some regards can actually be a bad thing. It's definitely an interesting primary fire, I have to admit, and takes a bit of getting used to really figure out when and how to use the axes. However, Draven's kit gets even more complicated when you introduce his alternate fire, Spinning Axe. Draven throws a 2-sided axe which bounces off enemies and walls and returns back towards him. It has a cooldown of 7 seconds, however if you catch the axe after it bounces and comes back to you, the cooldown is immediately reset. When thrown, it has the same projectile speed of 75 meters per second, but after bouncing it slows to 15 meters per second, making it a bit easier to catch, and also only does 40 direct hit damage as opposed to 50. Overall, the ability on its own is a bit lackluster feeling, but it does get much more utility when you incorporate his first ability, Blood Rush. When within the 20-meter range, Draven can leap towards his returning axe, which then, if caught, will also automatically reload all of his primary fire throwing axes. This ability has a cooldown of 8 seconds, and as you can probably start to see, he's getting a lot of combo potential with the abilities I've covered already. You can dish out some damage with the throwing axes, then throw the spinning axe to get a bit more damage, follow it up with Blood Rush to catch the axe and get a bit of mobility, and then instantly reload all your throwing axes. But his kit doesn't even end there, as next up we have his second ability, Sharp Edge. Now this is where the bleeding status effect comes into play. Draven throws out a specially sharpened axe with a cooldown of 11 seconds that inflicts the bleed status effect rather than dealing damage. Again, this is the same bleeding status effect I mentioned at the beginning of the concept. However, if the enemy is already inflicted with the bleed status effect, rather than adding any sort of stackable bleed effect, it'll just deal 20 damage. So this ability is good for hitting a key target early on and then unloading a bunch of combos into them, because then you'll get all the bonus damage due to the bleed on top of all the damage you can dish out by using his combos. And finally,
this cool to have like another character, but the ability that they put on is like So like this one's pretty cool. These two are pretty cool. That one not really. Take that one off, you good. That's yeah, I'd say just take that one off and you're good.
This brings us to his ultimate, Blood Fury. Draven enters a berserk state where he can throw an infinite number of sharp edge axes for a duration of 8 seconds. Again, these have the same stats as the previous ability, Sharp Edge, meaning that when they hit a target who isn't bleeding, they'll inflict the bleed status effect, and if they hit someone who's already afflicted by it, they'll just deal 20 damage, plus the bleeding. It's also worth noting that this ultimate prevents him from using any of his other abilities, being the standard throwing axe, spinning axe, and blood rush, meaning that this is an ultimate that you don't just want to pop every time you have it. You're probably going to want to save it for key points where you can get that bleeding status effect on a number of different enemies, and then have your team follow up and make use of the bleeding status effect, or you yourself can just focus on one target and keep hitting them relentlessly for 20 damage per axe, plus the bleeding. Overall, I have to say that this character is very fun to play around with, but is very, very difficult to master. The sheer amount of combo potential involved with Draven is insane, and honestly, it reminds me a lot of Doomfist, except instead of flying around and dealing punch damage, you're basically finding all these ways to maximize the potential of combining throwing axes and spinning axe and blood rush, and then getting the bleed damage inflicted to deal extra damage. When I first started playing him, I definitely felt like I had no idea what I was doing and wasn't able to utilize him pretty well, but after playing around with him for a little bit, which was actually really fun getting to test him out, I started to sort of get the hang of the combos and figure out different ways to combine his abilities to deal more damage and kill the dummy enemies more quickly. Unfortunately though, it is impossible to determine just how good he is as a hero when you can only play him in essentially this mock practice range, but overall he is a very fun hero to play around with. I do suspect that if he was a real hero in Overwatch, he'd end up being a bit on the strong side of things, especially if the player using him really knew how to pin down his combos, but again, it's just a concept basically showing off the idea of a particular hero, so balance isn't super duper important in this stage. The abilities in and of themselves all feel very fun and are definitely designed to work in the sort of combo system. The one in particular which stuck out to me as maybe being a bit too lackluster overall is his ultimate, Blood Fury, but that's mainly just because of how restricted you are as a hero while it's active. Sure, you get to throw out a bunch of sharp edge axes and inflict all the bleed damage, but the inability to use any of his other combo potential just makes it feel like it takes a little bit away from what makes the rest of his kit.
He's gonna be as OP as Reaper, and he's gonna get nerfed a couple times. That's about it. But he's still gonna be strong as fuck. bunch of skull things. You know, how to sculpt, hard to sculpt. And I feel like it's even harder to sculpt if it's like a 2D picture. Oh my god. When the graphics don't load in, bruh. When the hair doesn't want to load in. It reminds me of like those old PlayStation 2 games. It's all just, yeah. Right there. It all just moves together. If you guys ever played it, you know that like the hair, it all moves together. It's weird. It's like you turn the head to look, and everything just moves with it. It's weird. It's like you can, I don't know. You can stab someone with the hair. That's dope. I feel like he just adds the extra like, just to like do that at the end. It's pretty cool. Yo, that's dope. That's dope. And with that, said, we stop playing.
Just finished Goku Super Saiyan 3, and I want to make him for a long time. And now I did it. I'm so happy for that. And if you like it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye.
And that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. That's... Aww. From what? Okay. Well, that's gonna be it. You guys saw it. It's gonna be copyright strike. Anyways, that's it. Goodbye.